learners, today's video is all about result of the world's largest democracy, the oldest democracy, and also world's largest economy. Basically, US ochesi, we everybody know that it contributes quarter of the global GDP and everything. We know Ella US is a big brother of the world, how it plays a major role. And there's a saying that when US sneezes, the world catches cold. This is all big grand words are associated to this country. So we will see firstly, asalu our president, he or she, if he has to become president, a procedure enti. And we will see afterwards the elected candidates' impact on the global arena or particularly in India. Oka person US president avali ante, if he or she has to contest as a presidential candidate, they have to be naturally born in that country. Natural ga birth ayi undali to become the president of that country. It's not like where a country nunchi elli they have acquired citizenship and they want to contest elections. No, they should be naturally born. And as common it is, like to have a minimum age of 35 years and there should be residents from past 14 years. Okay, this is like general key terminologies unnai to understand the president's election procedure of this oldest democracy or the largest economy. Konni key words unnai like primaries and caucuses, and there's also like conventions. And also there is a concept called electoral college, and there is also a concept called delegates and general election. To understand these keywords, if we understand these keywords, then we'll understand how the president gets elected. So we'll learn about it. Okay, as I told, primary and caucuses. Ippudu, as we know that, we'll compare this procedure with India. Then we will understand in a better way. So we follow direct elections. They follow indirect elections. This is a major difference. And we know that we are parliamentary form of government and they are presidential form of government. Those are the basic differences. So in detail, we'll see how the procedure is done for this indirect elections. This primary and caucuses anedi concept edaithe undo, what they do is, we everybody know USA has 50 states, right? It is made, and this federalism is again a very different concept. It's not like Indian federalism, it's not like cooperative. They made a pact and they came together. So this we'll understand in some other videos. Now just we will focus on the procedure. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది 50 స్టేట్స్లో లెట్ us take one state as an example. సో ఈ ప్రైమరీ కాకసెస్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్లో దిస్ కాకసెస్ అనేది ఇట్స్ అ ఇన్ఫార్మల్ మీటింగ్ అండ్ దిస్ ప్రైమరీ ఈజ్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ ఇస్ కండక్టెడ్ బై ద స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్స్. సో బేసిక్లీ ఇది ఒక ఫార్మల్ మీటింగ్ అనుకుందాము. ఈ ఫార్మల్ అండ్ ఇన్ఫార్మల్ మీటింగ్లో పీపుల్ గ్యాదర్ and they listen to the political ideologies or the political parties evaithe present unnayo country lo aa parties yokka ideologies, they listen to that. So in the formal meeting and in the informal meeting, in the both meetings, they'll understand the ideologies or the or the ideas which a political party has to run the government or run the country. Ila they'll listen. So that is primary and caucuses. Now after listening and they'll align to one party which their ideology or their mindset matches to that particular party. They'll go and they'll align. They will contest elections as delegates. These delegates go and contest elections in individual states. Ee delegates contest chesina tarvata they will nominate one presidential candidate. ఈ డెలిగేట్స్ని ఎలెక్ట్ చేసేది పీపుల్, సిటిజన్స్. సో people are not directly electing the president. people are electing their delegates. Delegates will nominate their preferential presidential candidate, and this president candidate will debate, and the ongoing process furtherly he will do this. So people are not directly electing, so this is an indirect election. So we saw in primary and caucuses, people will gather formally and informally, and they will discuss, debate, do everything, and they'll go attached to a political party if he or she matches the ideology with that particular party. And then in the party conventions, in the nationally, they will these delegates will gather, and they are nominating the president. Then general election campaign. This nominated president go and do the campaign. Then the general election happens. So the group of all these delegates is called the electoral college. This electoral college is the delegates. This college comprises of delegates from all over the 50 states. Yeah, from this 50 states we have the delegates. There will be 538 delegates, in which it requires 270 majority. These delegates will select. So 270 ఎవరినైతే nominate or choose చేస్తారో he or she will become the president, and that president will furtherly nominate a vice presidential candidate. Then after the whole process is done, they'll inaugurate. This is a small and brief explanation how the American procedure is. So in the 2024 elections, and this elections will be done after every 4 years. Unlike in India, it is 5 years. In the US, it is 4 years. Trump has seen the victory. So we know that Donald Trump is elected as president. We know that he is quite against to the policies of general US structure. USA talks about very grandly about human rights and human rights associated things like minority discrimination, or social media ban, or general media like news channels and all, that ban. Imposing that ban is also, it believes that it's a violation of human rights, and also it grandly is associated with climate change and everything, like in a general terms. But coming to Donald Trump, see, one thing we have to remember, that he is a businessman. Before contesting elections, he used to run businesses. So definitely his thinking and alignment would not be like a statesmanship, but something different. Let us not badmouth or something like that, but he is little different. He has some very strong opinions on his own. So when a leader has strong opinions, it might little go away from your country's actual skeleton framework, or anything which it generally follows. So he is famous for his immigration policies, because he says that America first. He believes in America first. For this ideology, or for this belief, his immigration policy, what he did is America first. Like mana India lo, there is Make in India concept. We believe that mana products vachesi we have to promote to be manufactured in India. Like that, America first in a concept law, Trump believes that every job or everything, whatever the schemes or policies or everything which is formulated, adi wala Americans ki should be the beneficiaries first. He is also known actually for Indian American ties. I mean, Indian born but turned Americans. He is okay. He is like very cooperative with them, but again he talks about America first. Ila koncham he is like in a spectrum. He is not aligned to the two edges. He once talked that let me support let me support all the people and everything. He talks, but at this end he will put harsh immigrant policies, H1B visa ban or H1B visa impossibilities we have seen in his past. Trump 1.0, when he was a former president, we have seen how he banned H1B visa. So we everybody know mana India lo, especially Hyderabad, which belongs to Telangana, Hyderabad region lo, we've seen that how people The main motive would be first engineering complete chesesama, then we are applying for US visa for studying masters or MBA whatsoever. So this thinking of Indians, this this future plan of Indians has affected once he came out as a winner. Coming to the other things, strategic and defense cooperation. He very well he has a very good record of the defense cooperation, because we have seen in his recent past about Com-CASA agreement. It's about a security agreement as well. SA is security. And we have seen in BECA, his policies like this shows that he is okay to have defense cooperations with other countries. Again, trade and economic policies. Again, this is a negative point over here. He put tariffs. He imposed tariffs of Indian goods because he gave importance to America first kind of ideology. Economic policies as well. China and Pakistan. Here we might relate to him because he is against China's power. He has Indo-Pacific policy, same which is India is having. And also he wanted to counter terrorism, and he believes some certain kind of illegal or illicit activities are done by Pakistan's support by certain groups. So he believes that as this one aligns with India. Energy and climate policies. He is very infamous for withdrawing himself from Paris Agreement. He doesn't believe that environment versus development, like this goes together. Environment inga development okay sari avvochu ani he doesn't believe. So when he was the former president, he withdrew himself from the Paris Agreement. Now in this scenario, in the next week we have a conference which is about to held in Baku in Azerbaijan. We've seen in the in the previous video we spoke about COP29. At this time he has become the president. Now we should see what his dialogue would be in that particular conference. Geopolitical influence. We know that US stands like a big brother in the world. So if we wanted to maintain any ties with any other country, we have to see that US has to be liking that particular bond and everything. But coming to Trump, he is also, in recent time, we have seen that USA didn't back up to put sanctions on India when we spoke to Russia, amid that Russian conflict was going on. But Trump is also pro-Russian. So these kind of things are like mix and match with India's ideologies. So now we have to see in the coming future, after he's taken the presidential oath or something like that, we have to see how this can benefit or how this is against. But very importantly, we have to be concerned about his immigration policies. We'll see what he will, whether he is going to change in his second term of his president. So this is all about the video. Thank you.